So how easy is it to make mead? Today, we're gonna find out. I think you'll be surprised. Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Mead with Eric and Derek. Today we're going to be making a hydromel.
What's with the towel?
Honey's heavy. The container's made out of glass. It'll scratch my table.
Huh.
Anyway, hydromel.
Hydromel. That's a low alcohol mead, right?
Yes, a traditional mead is normally between 12 and 16%, sometimes even higher. A hydromel is typically 10% or below. Ish.
Great. So what do we need?
We need a 6-gallon food grade bucket for fermenting and a lid and an airlock. You remember how these work? He's learning. You're also going to need a scale. And on bottling day, you're going to need a bottling bucket, a racking cane, a bottling wand, some priming sugar, about 55 12-ounce bottles plus caps and a capper.
Oh, you need all that?
You do need all that. But bottling day is not for another 2 weeks. You have time to acquire all that. If you watched our More Beer Starter Kit review, then you would, and if you bought that, then you would have everything you need for both fermenting and bottling.
Except for the bottles.
Except for the bottles.
Wait, you said priming sugars.
Corn sugar. Yeah, you boil about 5 ounces of corn sugar, 1 ounce per gallon, in about a cup of water. Add it to the bottling bucket, rack on top of that, and give it a gentle stir with a big long spoon or a spatula. The yeast will restart ferment, eat that tiny bit of corn sugar, creating CO2. The CO2 has nowhere to vent, so it infuses into the mead, carbonating it, fizzy mead.
Can't you just use regular table sugar?
You can use anything for priming sugar. Table sugar, corn sugar, honey, frozen apple juice concentrate. But corn sugar is just easy to work with. It boils quick, it pours easier, it mixes easy. It's just, in general, easier.
Great, I'm ready to get this started.
Let's do this.
What ingredients do we need?
We're making the most basic of meads today. We have 3 ingredients: honey, water, and yeast. You're also going to need some wine nutrient. Once you move on into more traditional meads and melomels, you're going to start exploring more sophisticated nutrient schedules.
Nutrient schedules?
Yeah, staggered nutrients.
What's staggered nutrients?
Like Tosna 3.0.
What?
Tosna. It's you divide your nutrients into 4 portions. You add 1 portion of pitch, 1 at 24 hours. Okay, man. Look, let's just make the mead. Let's slow down on the questions. Okay?
Sounds great. Let's go.
We'll answer this as we go.
Sounds good.
You're gonna need about 9 pounds of honey. Wildflower honey is the cheapest and most readily available.
9 pounds?
9 pounds.
How much mead are we making?
Well, we do have a 6-gallon bucket.
So we're making 6 gallons of mead?
We're making 5 gallons of mead.
Why not just 1 gallon?
But this is mead, man. Mead makes Vikings. Vikings don't make 1-gallon batches of mead.
But what if it turns out bad?
What if it turns out good?
But
stop. Stop. You're also going to need about 4.5 gallons of water. Tap water is generally fine for brewing with. A general rule of thumb is if you would drink your tap water, it's good enough to brew. If you would readily fill up a glass from your faucet and drink it, you're just fine brewing with it. If not, go ahead and buy some spring water. As far as yeast, we're going with QA23. 1 pack of QA23.
Why can't we just use the yeast we got at the grocery store for bread?
Like bread yeast?
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. And if you mention that again, we're not friends anymore. D47 is the most commonly recommended yeast for the beginner mead maker, but recent experience has found that QA23 ferments much more optimally at ambient room temperature. Now, this is a very easy and very basic mead recipe. We're not going to get into any advanced nutrient schedules here. So we're just going to add 1 ounce of wine nutrient and we're going to call it good. I like to use Fermax.
Great, I'm ready to get started.
Me too.
Let's go.
I forgot my line.
Sanitation.
Sanitation. Sanitation is the most important part of the home brewing hobby. Just about the only part that you can mess up. Without proper sanitation, you can see infections and mold in your mead. The first thing you're gonna want to do is clean your kitchen. So grab some spray bottles of Clorox or Mr. Clean. Bleach and some rags, paper towels. Wipe your table, wipe your counters, mop your floor, clean your microwave. We've already done all that. And after that, you're ready to mix up some sanitizer. Follow the directions on the back of your bottle to mix up a batch in your sink or bucket. Immerse everything that comes in contact with your mead into the sanitizer. Like push it down, mix it. Yeah.
Oh, it's hot.
Here.
What's this for?
That's to measure the honey.
Oh.
To keep bugs out.
Oh.
Not the throw the tin foil away, man. Also, pour some in your bucket, and then reseal it. And what would you do without me?
Thank you.
That's good.
That's it?
That's it. Put the top, pound it down. Is it good? Yeah. Plug the top first.
There's a hole.
You're gonna want to let the sanitizer sit for a good 2 or 3 minutes to let it do its thing. Stop laughing. Now that everything's sanitized, we can start measuring out our honey. Hand me the carboy. Yeah. You do realize you're the co-host of a home brewing show, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what a carboy is? Yeah. Hand me that glass in here.
The carboy.
Yeah. I hate you sometimes.
Look, bubbles.
Now remember, the foam from the Star San is perfectly safe to be in your mead. It's a no-rinse sanitizer. It won't hurt anything. Zero out our scale and pour 9 pounds of honey. And we're going to go ahead and cut here. I'm sure you don't want to watch this.
Nice.
Sanitize. Sanitize.
All right, what next?
Now we have our 9 pounds of honey measured out. We're going to we're going to zero out our scale here and pour 1 ounce of nutrient.
Oh, look, there's a bag in there.
Yeah, watch out for the discount back. You can take that out or replace it. Stops it from getting sticky, you know. That's a 0.6. 0.9 and 1 ounce. We're good to go.
Okay. Put the Destin back in?
No, I'll put a new one in there. It's all wet and everything now.
All right. What now?
Let's take our bucket, pour all of our sanitizer out. Bubbles, they're just fine. Won't hurt anything. Pour the honey in.
We're gonna go ahead and cut, and we'll come back once all the honey is poured in. You can just ignore it. Hold it so it's got like a little, so the air can get in faster? Yeah. Yeah, hold it like that, where like the air, it's got like an air thing, you know? Yeah, just like that. It doesn't look like it's faster. No, it's faster. If we had a big scale, we could just put that on top of the scale and go straight into that. Still recording, right? This is the most exciting part about mead making. I'll just go ahead and speed down this one, right? We've been playing with speed down. Yeah, absolutely. So I was thinking we should probably do something really silly. Like, I don't know, just something like doing this time and you're like... I was not talking about that. How far do I go here? Now, you're the slowest honey pourer I've ever worked with. I work hard at it. Oh, yeah, you're definitely a perfectionist. Looks like we're almost done. Should we just do it water now? Yeah, you can do water now.
Most home brewing buckets, but not all, have little numbers on the side of the bucket here. 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 3 gallons. We're going all the way to 5. So we're going to fill our little carboy with water, give it a good shake, and pour it in there, and keep on doing that until we get to 5 gallons. Sanitation is key. Never forget sanitation. You want to splash as much as possible. Go ahead and put the rest of it fine. Whoa. Okay, go ahead and toss that sanitizer so I can put it up for later use. And the final
shake. Shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that bucket. Shake that bucket.
The purpose of all this shaking and splashing is to introduce as much oxygen as possible to the mead. Before fermentation, yeast need oxygen to build a healthy colony. After fermentation, oxygen is bad. But before fermentation, oxygen is very good. The easiest way to introduce oxygen to your mead is to agitate it. Shake it, splash it. I don't know any of the words to mix that.
Get a shake.
Shake it one more time. Upside down, shake it. You're gonna make a mess.
I'm sure you can do better. Come on.
I'm trying. My back hurts.
There you go. There you go.
Shake it. Okay.
Dude, you speed that up, it'll look funny.
If I smoked, I'd need a cigarette right now.
What next?
But now there's only one more thing to do. Pitch the yeast and install the airlock. We were supposed to get a gravity reading here. The gravity reading ought to be in the ballpark of 1.075 to 1.080, finishing at about 1.002. That rounds out to an alcohol by volume of 9.5 to 10%. Here's our yeast. Pitching
Sanitize?
Sanitize the yeast.
Sanitation is key.
Sanitize the scissors too though. Do you have scissors somewhere? Yeah. Toss them in. Open them up, splash them around. Pitching yeast is the industry term for adding yeast. Stop, I'm trying to teach something. Yeah, we've had lots of mead, so we're feeling really good about this. Pitching yeast is the industry term for adding yeast to your mead. Whenever you hear someone say at pitch or before pitch, after pitch, what I'm talking about is when you add yeast to your mead. Now I'm fixing to pitch the yeast. So cut that open. No, hold it. I gotta take the lid off. Okay.
Should I cut the corner or the whole top?
Just cut it open. Don't complicate this.
You got wet. Here, hold it.
Come on, man.
True pro.
Pour it in there. Pitch the yeast. Reinstall the lid. Don't shake it or agitate now, just kind of give it a gentle, just a little. Install your airlock. Fill it with sanitizer. That's good, put it on there. Is it filled with sanitizer?
Fill it with this sanitizer?
Yeah, just put it in there, we'll fill it after. That's what that little glass is for.
Did I put it too much?
There you go. Put a little more. A little more. That should be good. And way too much, but I'll be fine. We're good to go. And there you go. We're all good to go. We're gonna put this meat away in a dark corner of the closet, and in a week or two, we're gonna have mead. And we're all done. You're done. Easy, right?
That was incredibly easy. I can't believe how easy that was.
And when fermentation is over, bottle it with priming sugar.
How do you know when fermentation's over?
Well, see this airlock right here?
Yeah.
During fermentation, you're going to see lots of activity in that airlock. A lot of bubbling, a lot of gurgling, a lot of bloop, 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 bloop. When all that slows down and stops, you can assume the fermentation is over.
How do you know for sure the fermentation is done?
Get a gravity reading.
A gravity reading. So let me get this straight. When the bubbles stop, you take a gravity reading and then boom, it's done?
No, well, almost. Take several gravity readings. Take one today, one tomorrow, and one the day after. If 3 gravity readings, 1 day apart, 24 hours apart, are the same, fermentation is over. If you want to make extra sure, get 1 gravity reading now and 1 in 7 days. 2 gravity readings 7 days apart, you can be sure the fermentation's finished.
Great, so let's just put this in the closet and get it started.
I've got even a better idea.
Yeah?
Let's leave this here, turn the camera off,
And drink
and
some
drink
mead.
mead. Thank you for watching Mead with Eric and Derek. We hope you have as much fun watching us as we have making this.
Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell so you're notified each time we upload.
And join the Discord, where more than 1,000 mead makers are always there to help you make better mead. Everything we talked about today is available for More Beer. Now, we are affiliated with More Beer. We may make a small commission on sales at no extra cost to you. It helps support the channel and helps us bring more content to you.
Links are in the description down below. See you next time.
Whippersnappers. Back in my day, we didn't drink until after the job was done. These drunkards have had so much mead, they can't even follow a basic script.